as more support still has come in for the Gatherer. Touched 8-1 on the course. It was 10-1 this morning. Now 6-1 the Gatherer, and JP McManus, the great man himself, is here. 10-1 the other Irish runner, Joe Cullen, with 12-1 against the Rooster Booster, and 14 Regal Exit and Fatal Jojo.
Tote Gold Trophy. 16 runners racing towards the first of 8 flights, and Ben Bias is the first to gallop away from Ibal on the outside and Copeland up the inside. Marble Arch went off the 4-1 favourite on the off and is settled towards the inside, halfway down the field by Norman Williamson, jumping the first. Ben Bias sailed over a fast leap. Down at the first, Lady Boston, Belle d'Anjou has been brought down, and Altala was very badly interfered with and trails. So calamity at the first. Belle d'Anjou's rider, Tom Scudamore, looks okay. But at the moment, John Kavanagh is not moving after his fall from Lady Boston. The horses look all right. Altala is some way adrift, having been badly hampered. Meanwhile, Ben Bias leads them away from the stands, leads by 3 lengths to Copeland on the inside of Ibal. Got 1-2 is 4-5 is Tai Su from Fela Jojo, and then Joe Cullen and Lord Brex on the outside of the favourite Marble Arch. And these are tracked by Moving On Up, and then Regal Exit, the Gatherer, Rooster Booster, and finally, after a gap of about 15 lengths, then Altala. Jumping the first in the back straight, Ben Bias over well, a mistake by Tai Su in about 7th place. Ben Bias by 2.5 lengths to Copeland. Then Ibal and Got 1-2, a clear 4th. Fela Jojo continues in 5-6 is Tai Su, and then on the outside is Lord Brex of Joe Cullen and Marble Arch, and then moving on up from Regal Exit, the Gatherer, 3 lengths Rooster Booster, and 25 to Altara as they jump the middle flight in the back straight. They all land safely this time, and still John Kavanagh being attended to on the landing side of that first flight, which will be the last flight, as Marble Arch went off the 9-2 favourite, but it's Ben Bias that continues to make the running. 3 lengths to Copeland in second. Then Got 1-2 with the white face on the inside of Ibal in the blue and white hoop sleeve jacket. Fela Jojo is wider out, a good jump there, and wider still is the grey Lord Brex in the headgear. They are followed by Tai Su and Joe Cullen. They're getting strung out. Ben Bias is going a fair old lick here. Marble Arch in the pink sleeves, still tucked away, getting plenty of coverage on the inside. Meanwhile, John Kavanagh is all right. He's being led away after that fall, as meanwhile the runners make their way out of the back straight. Ben Bias by a length. Copeland's drawing closer. Got 1-2, travelling very strongly indeed under Mick Fitzgerald. Nicky Henderson looking for his 4th win in this race. Fatal Jojo is in 4th. And then Lord Brex, as the tap is now turned full on, racing for the final turn. They've got 4 flights to jump in the home straight. And Ben Bias by only a half length to Copeland, who's moving with menace on the outside. They've cut 4 lengths clear of Got 1-2, and then Fela Jojo. Marble Arch now making headway on the inside as they jump 4 out. Copeland maybe just shaded the lead there. From in second now Ben Bias. They're clear of Got 1-2 and Fela Jojo. The Gatherer is running on strongly. Marble Arch not making much headway now, as meanwhile they jump 3 out. Copeland skipped away 3 lengths there to Ben Bias. Then Got 1-2 in the orange jacket, Fela Jojo. The Gatherer in the noseband, Rooster Booster. The grey is staying on from a long way back, but they've all got to go 2 out to catch Copeland. Copeland lands 3 lengths to the good over Ben Bias. Then Got 1-2, Rooster Booster, the Gatherer. Copeland's drifting away to the left. Fela Jojo on the wide outside. It's a very long run to the final flight, and Copeland seeing a lot of daylight here. Rooster Booster is chasing now in second place. Then back in third is Ben Bias from Got 1-2. They're tired horses behind. Marble Arch pulling up. Here's the final flight. Copeland, he bet it spot on. Rooster Booster is still closing in second place, but it's a big ask on the run home. He's got 8 legs to find, and Copeland isn't stopping. It's Copeland and the champion jockey, Tony McCoy. Copeland's second 2 years ago. He's going to go one better. In 2002, Copeland wins the Tote Gold Trophy from Rooster Booster in second. Ben Bias is third. Got 1-2, 4. Then Fela Jojo, the Gatherer, Lord Brex moving on up. Regal Exit, Joe Cullen. Tai Su well down. So too was Ibal. And they were the only completers, because Altala was also pulled up, along with the bitterly disappointing Marble Arch. Copeland, the 13-2 winner in the colours of Dr. and Mrs. Heather Silk, trained by Martin Pipe, who won this race in 1997 with Make a Stand, who of course went on to win the champion hurdle, and 1-2 exacta £104.70.